Ain't nothing funny, stop smiling. You still don't nothing move but the money. But now I learn to earn cause I'm righteous. I feel great, so maybe I might just search for a 9 to 5. If I strive, then maybe I'll stay alive. So I walk up the street, whistling this, feeling out of place, cause man do I miss a pen and a paper, a stereo, a taper. Me and Eric being a nice big plate of fish, which is my favorite dish. But without no money, it's still a wish. Cause I don't like to dream about getting paid, so I dig into the books of the rhymes that I made. So now's a test to see if I got pulled. Hit the studio, cause I'm paid in full.
Akim, check this out. Yo, you go to your girl's house and I go to mine, cause my girl is definitely mad cause it took us too long to do this album.
Yo, I hear what you're saying, so let's just pump the music up and count our money.
Yo, but check this out. Yo, Eli, turn the bass down and just let the beat keep on rocking.
And we outta here.
Yo, what happened to peace?
Peace, 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 peace.
Intergalactic planetary, intergalactic, intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic, planetary,
keep it going full steam. Too sweet to be sour, too nice to be me. When on the top guy style, I'm not too keen. Try to change the world, I'm a plotting scheme.
Mario C likes to keep it clean. Wanna shine like gay so theme. Fun rapping cause that's my dream. Deep for sticking to me. When it comes to envy, all is green. Jealous of the rhyme and the rhyme routine. Another dimension, new galaxy. Intergalactic planetary.
From the family tree, you old school hip-hop. We got the shoes and the lots of socks. The rhymes are spread just like a box. electric shock.
I am known to do the walk.
Walk.
So known for the Flintstone block.
Block.
Jimmy D get bids on the crop.
Crop.
Beatsy boys known to let the beat.
Drop. Now when I rap graffiti, my name was Slop. If I rap shoot, my beats is stop. Step from the table when I start to chop. I'm a Jack DJ era. If you try to knock me, you'll get mocked. I'll stir fry you in my rock. You need to start shaking and your fingers pop like a bitch on the neck of Mr. Spot.
Go by the name of the King and Rock. Super educated, I'm smarter than Spock. You ever tell me you will agree? Ain't no brother like the K-I-D-D. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, with the echo, I'm telling you.
Give it up for Naughty by Nature! You drew a picture on my morning, but you couldn't make my day. I'm rocking and you're yawning, but you never look my way. I'm licking down your darling in every single way. You're funny for it's foreign and the green card's on the way. This ain't got shit to do with shampoo, but watch your head and shoulder. Brother older, bold enough to fold you, yo, I told ya. Afraid of what I made and played and plus a funky fit. So say you flipped and trick, put that music in the monkey bit. Triggers from the good town, ill town. Some ask how it feels now. The deal is that we're real, so we still round. Don't lamp with a freestyle phantom, ain't trying to be handsome. Tricking what you're thinking, cause I'm vamping. I live in top of hip hop, this is hip hop of today. I give props to hip hop, so hip hop parade. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hip hop parade. Ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. You heard a lot about a brother gaining more ground, being low down. I do the showdown with any little hoe round. No, I know who you believe in. Be your funny reasons, even when I'm sleeping, you think I'm cheating. You said I know you miss the OPP man. Yo, PP man, won't only see me, man. You shoulda knew when I ain't hitting the step that I was with it a bit, not to consider the rep. Heck, I did your partner cause she's hot as a baker, cause I'm naughty by nature, not cause I hate you. I hate you. Put your heart in the part of a part that spreads apart and forgot that I forgave when you had a spark. You try to act like something really big is missing, even though my name's graffiti written on your kitten. I love like women always, and disrespect ain't the way. Let's start our family today. Hip hop parade. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. Hip hop parade. Ho, hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. Hip hop parade. There's many hungry hip hoppers for reason hip hop the top today. So word you heard, cause I ain't belling no hay, ain't chopping no crops, but still growing every day. Here's another sound from the wonders found from the underground town, down a hill, Phil House, no town. Drown smiles the frowns, satchel crowns from clowns, beat downs are found, on me, don't come around. Tippy paws, sometimes creeping up, I eat 'em up, their styles are older than Lou Rawls. Peace to this one and that one and then, that's why I shout out, and I didn't miss one friend. Fools get foolish, neither them or Parker Lewis Lewis. You could have cruiser shoes and can't step tours. Some kitties burn, I call me Sir too, looking for her crew. Any trick that this gets a curfew. I put on projects for boots, step through troops and leave proof. My problem solver name is Boot. I'm hitting woodies in a hoodie. Peace to Josette, Joe Bet, Jojo, Janae, and every hood G. That's right, my fight is ill. Peace like the LONS and Quest, nice and smooth and Cypress Hill. I live in top of hip hop, this is hip hop of the day. I give props to hip hop, so hip hop parade. Ho, hey.
Good evening, all. If you can make your way into, you can make your way into the venue. We will be We will get started shortly. Hey, Marshall, how y'all doing? Oh,
Alright, you kids get to bed, I get the story.
please make your way
Y'all tucked in?
inside the Arena Club, and we'll get started shortly.
Once upon a time, not long ago, when people wore pajamas and lived life slow, the laws were stern and justice stood, and people were behaving like they ought to good. There lived a little boy who was misled by another little boy, and this is what he said. Me and you
We'll get started in a minute.
They did the job, money came with ease, but one couldn't stop, it's like he had a disease. He robbed another and another, and a sister and a brother. Tried to rob a man who was a DT undercover. The cop grabbed his arm, he started acting erratic, he said, "Keep still, boy, no need to stab." Punched him in his belly and he gave him a slap. But little did he know the little boy was strapped. The kid pulled out a gun, he said, "Why'd you hit me?" The barrel set straight for the cop's kidney. The cop got scared, the kid he starts to figure, I'll do years if I pull this trigger. So he cold dashed and ran around the block, cop radios into another lady cop. He ran by a tree, there he saw his sister. Shot for the head, he shot back, but he missed her. Looked round good and from expectations, he decided he'd hit for the subway stations. But she was coming and he made a left. He was running top speed till he was out of breath. Knocked an old man down and swore he killed him. Then he made his move to an abandoned building. Ran up the stairs up to the top floor. Opened up a door there, guess who we saw? Dave, the dope fiend shooting dope. Who don't know the meaning of water nor soap? He said, "I need bullets, hurry up, run." The dope fiend brought back a spanking shotgun. He went outside, but there was cops all over. Then he dipped into a car, a stolen Nova. Raced up a block, crashed into a tree near University. Escaped alive, though the car was battered. Rat-a-tat-tatted, all the cops scattered. Ran out of bullets and he still had static. Grabbed the pregnant lady and got the automatic. Pointed out ahead, he said the gun was for the lady. Back off, for honey was dead. Deep in his heart, he knew he was wrong, so he let the lady go and he starts to run on. Sirens sounded and he seemed astounded, and before long the little boy got surrounded. He dropped his gun, so went the glory, and this is the way I have to end this story. He was only 17 in a madman's dream. The cop shot the kid and still hear him scream. This ain't funny, so don't you dare laugh. Just another case about the wrong path. Straight and narrow, so it's cast. Good night.
Good evening. Please make your way into the event room. We'll get started as soon as you get here. I'm sorry? This will be the last announcement. Please come on in and find your seat. We're about to get started. Grab yourself a plate, something to drink, and find your seat.
This one here for me and my DJ. wrist whipping. You ever had that? And I'll bet that I did it. My fingerprints are still on you. How many times I gotta warn you about the light? It'll blind the sight, but the river will still guide you through the night. Chick, 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 chick.
Have you ever met a girl that you tried to date, but a year to make love, she wanted you to wait? Let me tell you a story of my situation. I was talking to this girl from the U.S. nation. The way that I met her was on tour at a concert. She had long hair and a short miniskirt. I just got on stage dripping forward with sweat. I was walking through the crowd, and guess who I met? I whispered in her ear, come to the picture booth so I can ask you some questions to see if you're 100 proof. I asked her her name, she said blah, blah, blah. She had 9, 10 pants and a very big bra. I took a couple of flicks and she was enthused. I said, how do you like the shape? She said I was very amused. I started throwing bass, she started throwing back me range. But when I sprung the question, she acted kind of strange. Then when I asked, do you have a man? She tried to pretend. She said, no, I don't. I only have a friend.
Good evening. I say good evening. Clap your hand once if you can hear my voice. Clap your hand twice if you can hear my voice. All right. Everybody clap your hand. Okay, all right. It's going to be that kind of party, right? All right. Welcome everybody to the 2023 State of the County Address. First, got to give shout-outs to all the creatives that were involved in getting us to this place for this amazing event and for us to come in. Even though most of y'all were late, y'all still came in, and so I'm so glad. But let's give them a round of applause. I know we'll get a chance to thank them later. My name is Donya Perry, Director of the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion with Wake County. So excited when actually Chair Thomas had asked me to serve as your MC, although this is squarely her party. So thank you so very much for the opportunity. For me, I'm excited because this really does personify us, the theme of today about better together. And us coming together truly personifies that. Now, I will say, how many of you all enjoyed the music coming in? Y'all good? What was your favorite jam? What was the one that got you doing the bop? What song? Dougie Fresh. Hey, Matt, I love it. Can you please now stand up and do the bop? Hey. Well, I will take all the credit for that. That is my playlist. I feel that. Chair Thomas asked for me to put together a curated playlist for you all in celebration of the 50th birthday of hip hop. And so you know, to commemorate that, you know, one of the things I love about hip hop is the call and response. You know, call and response, call and response goes back to historical sub-Saharan Africa. I mean, it is when the speaker asks for the participation of the audience, right? So let me just try that out. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Okay, y'all know that one. Okay, all right. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Oh, I love that one. Sneak attack. Mama said knock you out. Oh. I'm gonna knock you out. Y'all violent, all of y'all violent. You down with OPP? No, don't say that, don't say that. Don't say that, all right? Chair, Dwayne, all y'all, don't say that, all right? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your neighbor. Hip-hop was born in the Bronx, 1971. And for those of you all know, I mean, if anybody from New York, from the Bronx, raise your hand. Hey, where you at? Bronx, hey, I love it. And you think about the story of the Bronx, for most people that don't know, that hip-hop was born in the Bronx out of necessity. You actually had young people that were engaging in violence and part of gangs, ultimately because of a disenfranchised community. Some of the challenges that we're trying to address today, from affordable housing to upward mobility, leading up to the 70s, at the same time, you had black and brown people just fighting for civility. Until you had one gentleman by the name of DJ Kool Herc. He decided he was going to convene everybody at a community party, 1520 Sedgwick Avenue. He brought out these two big, huge Terminator speakers. He got two turntables, and he would play the break beats of the song, and thus led us to where right now we're talking about it 50 years later. I mean, that is just truly amazing when I think about that. You know, for me at least, when we talk about the importance of being better together, we have to acknowledge that, you know, there are going to be challenges. But at the same time, who knew that DJ Kool Herc would be the catalyst to change? Who knew that he would be the person that truly saved the lives of so many young people, which launched some of the stuff that y'all were just hollering just seconds ago? So one time for hip hop, throw one finger in the air. One time for hip hop. Second finger for peace. All right. Now, I'll be honest with you. Chair, they only gave me 2 minutes. They only gave me 2 minutes, and so I'm assuming it's been more. But what Chair didn't know is that the reason why I accepted this opportunity was because it was a clever ruse on my part. I wanted to actually launch my stand-up career tonight. Y'all laughing, I'm dead serious. And I'm talking top tier, top shelf dad jokes, you know? I'm talking top tier, you know, DeQuanta, I'm not talking about, you know, like Boone's Farm dad jokes. I'm talking about like Tanqueray, you know? Seagram's Gin, like that, the expensive stuff, right? David, don't roll your eyes at me, sir. Don't. I pray that I got a job tomorrow, y'all. All right, can I share a couple? Share. All right. I cuss. I do. All right. Marshall, please don't tell my outside business inside. Oh, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell my mama that and she won't believe you, but do you know the price of a chimney? It's nothing, it's on the house. I'm just kidding, it's through the roof. All right. So that wasn't your cup of tea, okay. What did the car say to the tires? Thanks for keeping it real. I just heard somebody boo. Who was that? Why shouldn't you trust trees? Well, okay, you got that. All right. Because they're shady. Thank you back there. I appreciate that. Why didn't Juvenile get upset when his MacBook crashed? Because he backed that thing up. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Was that all right. Well, on that note, we have a lot of great conversations coming up for you all tonight. First, we're going to hear a little bit about Team Wake's awesome accomplishments this year from our very own Board of Commissioners. Let's take a look.
Vice Chair Susan Evans, and I proudly represent Wake County on the Capital Area Metropolitan Planning Organization Board, better known as CAMPO. I help our community determine what the future of transportation will look like. You know, Wake County is growing so fast, we're nearly 1.2 million people strong. Our highway system alone can't get all those people where they need to go efficiently. That's why we're focused on expanding public transit through the Wake Transit Plan. Right now, we're making progress to develop 4 bus rapid transit corridors. These dedicated bus lanes will connect Wake County from the north, south, east, and west directly to downtown Raleigh. I'm excited to say that we're in the construction phase of our first corridor along New Bern Avenue. Utility relocation and right-of-way purchasing will begin soon, with dirt moving later this fall or in early winter. When it's done in 2025, this corridor will offer fast and efficient service from New Hope Road past Wake Med to downtown Raleigh. CAMPO is also looking at what the region's next step should be for rail, specifically connecting Raleigh, Durham, and RTP. We're evaluating federal government funding assistance options while taking inflation into account, as well as changing work patterns since the pandemic. We're also exploring potential tie-ins with the state's rail investments to ensure we make the best of taxpayer dollars. So let's get moving.
I'm Commissioner Matt Calabria, and I was proud to serve this year on the Housing Task Force for the National Association of Counties. The critical need for more affordable housing units like this one is not just a Wake County issue, it's a national issue. That's why we're working with partners across the country to create new and innovative ways to decrease homelessness and to help families find and stay in housing that they can afford. A great example is our groundbreaking partnership with Step Up Ministries, which we unveiled in front of a worldwide audience at the Clinton Global Initiative in September. Our housing director took the stage to signify our commitment to working with Step Up for the first time to purchase older motels and to convert them into studio apartments for people who are experiencing homelessness or behavioral health challenges. We're also thinking differently about land use planning. We're guiding development toward municipalities because they can support greater density and adapt other land use tools to better respond to our evolving market. In this year's budget, we're investing nearly $20 million in affordable housing projects. Over the past year, we've preserved nearly 660 existing affordable units and created more than 100 new ones. I'm excited to say that we have even more projects in the pipeline to help struggling residents obtain safe, stable housing.
I'm Commissioner Don Mile, and I'm proud of the significant investment our board is making in education. The more than $33 million we're providing to Wake Tech this year will help increase pay for faculty and open the new Wake Tech East Campus here in Wendell. This campus is all about science and technology, high demand area for local employers. The facility will feature smart manufacturing lab, biopharmaceutical labs, and a provision for unmanned aircraft system to take flight. It will also offer a 4D immersive village for state-of-the-art public safety training, which will open in January. In this year's budget, we increased our financial investment in Wake County Public School System by $50 million. This brings our total contribution to the school district operating budget to more than $634 million, the highest amount in county history. As the county grows, we're making sure all students have safe, modern spaces where they can learn. The school system plans to open 8 new schools and renovate 7 others across the county over the next 5 years, so we can continue to give our young people a world-class education. You see, our kids are not just competing with the kids here in Wake County, North Carolina, or in the U.S. They are competing in a global market. Therefore, we must ensure that they are prepared.
I am Commissioner James West. Wake County has more than 100,000 residents with limited access to nutritious, culturally relevant foods. We're working hard to change that. One way is by updating our food security plan. It builds on our effort to ensure every family has food on the table. The plan includes 8 strategies. This ranges from providing grants to support communal garden and expand mobile food markets. By activating these strategies, we can move from a food charity model to a food resilience model. This shift will help address concerns about equity in our food system. So will the new food justice cohort. It will enhance grassroots leadership and decision-making about future investments. We are also continuing to partner with the school system to provide universal breakfast so children can start their day with a full stomach and feel ready to learn. And we are expanding our food hubs so we can connect our local farmers with distributors. Through these efforts, we can feed them who are hungry and help them live longer, healthier lives.
I'm Commissioner Vicki Adamson. As the stepdaughter of a 30-year Army veteran, it's my honor to serve as our representative on the Veterans and Military Services Committee of the National Association of Counties. We're doing great work on the national, state, and local levels to support the people who fought for our country and defended our freedoms. I'm excited to say we just wrapped up our 2nd annual Operation Greenlight campaign, and it was a great success. During the week of November 6th, we encouraged residents, municipalities, and businesses to shine a light on the service of veterans by exchanging regular bulbs for green ones. This show of support lets veterans know we recognize the unique challenges they face, and we're committed to helping them thrive. The North Carolina Association of County Commissioners thought this campaign was so effective that they presented me with the Outstanding Commissioner Award in August. It was a proud moment for me indeed. I'm also proud to say that in this year's budget, we added an additional county veteran service officer to help veterans and their families access the federal and state benefits they've earned. With more than 50,000 veterans living in Wake County today, we will continue to make supporting these former military members a priority.
I'm Commissioner Cheryl Stallings, and as a licensed and practicing psychologist in Wake County, I see every day how important behavioral health care is to our community. Some of our residents struggle with substance use disorders and mental health conditions. To find out how well we're helping them address those issues, we work with our community to evaluate the strengths and weaknesses in our crisis response system. It resulted in a report identifying 12 recommendations to bridge the service gaps and better meet our residents' needs. The first recommendation was to continue investing in Wakebrook. Wakebrook is a 24/7 crisis facility that served more than 5,000 people battling behavioral health issues last year alone. After separating from UNC Health earlier this year, Wake County and Alliance Health selected, with great excitement, 2 new providers to offer services at Wakebrook. They'll focus on supporting people in need with peers who've been in their shoes before and can empower them in their recovery journey. We expect our new providers, RI International and Wake Med, to have their services up and running here by early next year. With their partnership, we can help residents experiencing behavioral health challenges achieve balance and stability so they can thrive.
Let's give that video another round of applause. It's amazing. Although I get a chance to work within the organization, it's just amazing just to see all the good stuff that's going on within our community. So, well, right now, thank you, commissioners, for that amazing update. I'm really excited, and this is the part that I can't mess up. I need to introduce our incredible chair to the stage. So, Chair Shinica Thomas and her family have made Wake County home for more than 2 decades, and is one of the most enthusiastic leaders you'll meet. But she was dedicated to public service long before she joined the board in 2020. She grew up the daughter of immigrants and an Army brat, and went on to serve as a military spouse during her husband Raymond's time in the Air Force. Recently, she served as the Director of Advocacy and Educational Partnerships for Girl Scouts in North Carolina Coastal Pines, creating valuable opportunities for more than 26,000 young leaders. After years of community involvement, Chair Thomas was appointed to the North Carolina Commission on Volunteerism and Community Service in 2019 by Governor Roy Cooper. In her time on the Board of Commissioners, she's led our Great Government and Economic Strengths Committees. She's also lent her talents to multiple state and national policy work focusing on technology and broadband access. She's a first-generation college graduate who's earned degrees from Fayetteville State University, Bronco Pride, and also Regent University. And Chair Thomas is also a lifelong learner, y'all. This year, she spent her summer studying up in Cambridge, Massachusetts, at Harvard Kennedy Schools of Senior Executives and State and Local Government Program. So if you will with me, please give it up for our amazing Chair, Shinica Thomas.
Thank you so much, Danya. It's my fault. I voluntold him to MC. The dad jokes are my fault, sorry. First, I want to say thank you to my fellow commissioners for being here this evening and for helping me highlight some of the wonderful work that's happening in Wake County. Before I acknowledge by name my chairs, I would love it if the elected officials in this room would please stand. In a room like this one, when you start naming names and calling out people from a list, you're bound to forget anyone. So it was easier to ask you all to stand, and you all deserve that round of applause. Vice Chair Evans, Commissioner Adamson, Commissioner Calabria, Commissioner Mile, Commissioner Stallings, and Commissioner West, could you all rise? Thank you so much for your year of hard work. I have the honor of hosting tonight's festivities, but it takes a whole team to get it done. And that team includes all of you in this room tonight. So many of Wake County's successes this year are because of you, and I want to celebrate that. This is a party, after all. I also want to give a shout out to Jeff Merritt, Philip Isley, and the Centennial Authority for allowing us to host tonight's event here at PNC Arena. My family and I are huge Caniacs, and we're really hoping that this season Coach Brenda Moore and the boys bring home the Stanley Cup. We also love NC State basketball, and don't even get me started on the amazing shows. Look at the Wolfpack. The amazing shows that happen here, Dave Chappelle, Kem, and my all-time favorite, LL Cool J. See. My husband Raymond and I saw them all here at PNC. I selected this venue because it's an incredible example of the positive path we can forge for this community when we collaborate. In August, our board and the City of Raleigh Council voted unanimously to invest millions of dollars generated by the hospitality tax in projects that will increase tourism while supporting arts and culture, conventions, and sports. One of those projects is the PNC Arena. With an injection of more than $300 million over 25 years, this space will undergo a major glow up, as the kids say. We're talking about elevating fan experiences with better seating and food offerings and improving the building's infrastructure to attract bigger and better concerts and family events. Jeff Merritt, where's Jeff? I know that means Beyonce's coming, right? Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Thanks to the county and the city's commitment, the Canes have extended their lease of PNC Arena for another 20 years. That makes them our hometown NHL team through 2044. The economy-boosting investments from the hospitality tax don't just stop at Blue Ridge Road. They'll also help make major improvements in downtown Raleigh. Right now, the convention center has to turn away large-scale conferences because it doesn't have enough room to accommodate them. Who wants to say no to business? Not us. The city of Raleigh will use nearly $32.5 million in hospitality tax revenue to relocate the Red Hat Amphitheater and $355 million to expand the convention center. Thank you, Marshall, and City Council. Just imagine the global groups that we can host with another 500,000 square feet of meeting space and 30 more breakout rooms. And of course, the conference attendees will need a place to stay. So we're investing $75 million in hospitality tax revenues to develop the infrastructure to support a new Omni hotel with more than 500 rooms. We're also using hospitality tax dollars to help develop a 100,000 square foot indoor competition space in Cary for sports like volleyball and basketball. And we've allocated $23.5 million to support additional county-wide needs. These projects are good for our economy and our quality of life. It's that part, our quality of life, that draws businesses to Wake County because they know we have the fertile soil that they need to grow. Just ask Michael Haley, the Executive Director of Wake County Economic Development. He and his team have rolled out the Welcome Mat, and in this past year alone, they've led 139 projects considering Wake County for growth. These projects resulted in 4 announcements over the course of the year, and 1 more at the outset of this fiscal year. They represent $300 million in capital investments and 300 new jobs, many in growing fields like biotechnology and information technology. That brings the team's 5-year total to more than 10,000 jobs and $4.3 billion of investment. Yes, billion with a B. Wake County is known worldwide as the hub for these sectors, and that's why industry giants like Apple and Amgen, Bandwidth, and Fujifilm Diosynth Biotechnologies are building their facilities here. They see our vision, and they know we're always looking for what's next. In that vein, did you know that it took 16 years for the mobile phone to reach 100 million users? It took artificial intelligence powered by ChatGPT just 2 months to reach those same users. This technology is moving fast, and we can't afford to sit back and watch it evolve. We must explore the benefits and the risks now, and develop best practices around them for government. That's why I'm proud to serve on the National Exploratory Committee for Artificial Intelligence through the National Association of Counties. Just last month, I traveled with the committee to San Diego to meet with industry leaders. We learned more about the balancing act that comes with artificial intelligence. I look forward to building on these conversations to find ways that AI can help us increase efficiency and productivity while upholding the public trust. And although we're talking about the next frontier of tech, it's important to recognize that some folks in Wake County still don't have reliable access to high-speed internet. While the percentage here is smaller than in some North Carolina counties, it still means that households can't pay bills, advance their education, or apply for jobs online. In today's digital world, that's a major barrier to success, and I want to change that. That's also why I served on the Connecting Counties Task Force, which was sponsored by the North Carolina Association of County Commissioners. It was President Tracy Johnson's presidential initiative, and President Johnson is here with us tonight. We're still working with NCDIT to use grants and other tools to help bridge the digital divide. I'm proud to say that Wake County will benefit from a great grant given this year to internet service provider Brightspeed. They will bring broadband to more than 1,100 households and businesses across the county, leveling the digital playing field for residents for years to come. Tech doesn't always mean sitting at a computer. Sometimes it means taking flight, literally, hundreds of feet above the earth. I want to give a shout out to our amazing HBCUs. I know Dr. Dillard is with us tonight. But there's a new partnership in place between Wake Tech and one of our state's HBCUs, Elizabeth City State University. This partnership is going to teach students how to utilize unmanned aircraft systems, aka drones, for public safety. It will all happen at Wake Tech East, the college's newest location in Wendell. Its state-of-the-art training facilities will give students a major advantage when they start applying for jobs in these high-demand fields. Speaking of jobs, just this morning, we celebrated the 100th employer to offer apprenticeships through the Wake Works program. I see you back there, Matt Smith, and Scott Rawls, Gail Green, Wake Tech's in the house. We started Wake Works 3 years ago with Wake Tech to address the shortage of technical workers in our community. And I'm thrilled to say more than 300 students are now in apprenticeships in 21 different occupations. They're gaining on-the-job training and the credentials they need to succeed, all while earning a paycheck. I also want to highlight the strides we've made to give our youngest residents a solid educational foundation. This summer, we joined Wake County Smart Start in welcoming the largest Wake 3-school class yet. 200 little ones are now learning through play at 15 child care centers across the county, and their families who meet financial criteria don't have to pay a dime. Giving these underserved children a high-quality preschool experience during crucial times of brain development will prepare them to better succeed in school and in life. But all this good work is possible in part because our community is safe. We have Sheriff Willie Rowe and his team to thank for that. I am so proud of the relationship that we have with Sheriff Rowe, and I applaud the culture of fairness, openness, and transparency that he's fostering. When he came into office, he inherited 200 vacant positions. This year, we're helping him fill them by stepping up the budget. This board increased the market ranges for deputies and detention officers, providing them with the same starting pay of more than $50,000 a year. In this challenging labor market, every dollar makes a difference. We also reclassified 5 positions to serve as school resource officers and added a new position to that team, an investigator who works specifically on school-related cases. We've all seen images on the news of violence in schools nationwide. And as a mother, it's really hard to watch. Our hope is that this team will give parents and families peace of mind. I know that Sheriff Rowe is dedicated to creating positive relationships with our school communities and keeping children safe in the classroom, just like he wants to keep residents safe at home, at work, and elsewhere in Wake County. You'll hear more about it straight from the sheriff in just a little bit. When emergencies strike, it takes far more than one department or agency to respond. It's a total team effort that often involves the sheriff's office, EMS, fire services, and emergency management. And those are just the public safety agencies. Our county departments play a vital role in any activation, and depending on the incident, we could call on representatives from the Red Cross, Wake County Public Schools, Duke Energy, and many others. After spending more than 2 years in crisis response mode during the pandemic, we can say with certainty that when these challenges happen, it pays major dividends to have all the right players in the same place at the same time. Discussions happen faster, decisions are made more effectively, and we get people the help they need sooner. Just last month, we cut the ribbon, which was actually emergency scene tape, y'all, on a brand new Emergency Operations Center in downtown Raleigh. It's significantly larger than the old EOC and filled with cutting-edge technology that will help staff communicate better than ever before. It also has dedicated space for people to eat and take mental health breaks, which is so important. Working 12-hour shifts during hurricanes or winter weather can take a toll. We want to make sure that we take good care of our employees as they work hard to take good care of all of us during difficult times. A great place to take good care of yourself is a Wake County park. Now, we haven't cut the ribbon on Beach Bluff County Park yet, Sig Hutchinson, but I'm excited to say that it's on the calendar for next year. When it opens, it will be our first new county park since 2006. It spans 300 acres in the southeast corner of Wake County. It's the perfect location because the area is growing so quickly. We can't wait to share this beautiful new space and all of its amenities with our residents. There will be paths for walking and hiking, gardens where people can learn about agriculture, and even a playground for the littlest visitors. Plus, the park will be eco-friendly with solar panels, rainwater harvesting, recycled materials, and much more. And beyond Beach Bluff, our team is busy planning and designing 2 more new parks and 2 new greenways, plus renovating several existing parks. These locations will offer even more options for exercise and fun with family and friends, while helping us preserve green space as our population grows. As we talk about preservation, we can't overlook the importance of protecting our farmlands. Pressure is mounting on farmers as developers go beyond municipal boundaries, searching for larger tracts of land where they can build new homes and apartment complexes. In August, we announced the very first conservation easement under Wake County's newly expanded Farmland Preservation Program. With help from the Triangle Land Conservancy, we forged an incredible partnership with 5th-generation farm owners who wanted to safeguard the legacy of their land. Our board unanimously approved funding for the easement to ensure the 112 acres of forest and farmland at Oaky Grove Farm will remain that way for generations to come. The active farm includes land where refugees from Myanmar grow food native to their homeland, preserving their culture and nourishing their community. That brings us to about 4,000 acres of farmland permanently protected in Wake County. Talmadge and Carol Brown were the first farm owners to take advantage of the new conservation easement, but with many other farmers working on applications, they certainly won't be the last, so stay tuned. When we surveyed the community about the issues most important to them, it's no surprise that the region's growing and affordable housing were numbers 1 and 2. Wake County, we hear you, we're listening. We've taken big steps this year to advance our affordable housing initiatives so that we can provide more families with safe, stable places to live. Our Housing Preservation Fund is rounding out its first year, and I'm excited to say it's already preserved or is currently underwriting nearly 210 affordable units that would otherwise have been demolished by the end of this year. Our partnership with private sector donors has proved invaluable and is sustaining the affordable housing stock that we have. It's going so well that our housing staff are already strategizing the next phase of this fund, which is the acquisition of properties that are not currently being used for affordable housing so that we can do more good in more parts of Wake County in the future. Thank you, Lorena McDowell and team. Our Lease to Home program is also performing well. So well, in fact, that it received a Best in Category award from the National Association of Counties. Lease to Home offers incentives to landlords and property owners so they'll keep prices reasonable for tenants. Since 2021, the program has worked with nearly 70 landlords to secure more than 400 units of affordable housing. Half have already been leased, and the remaining 200 are in the pipeline, soon to be leased to low-income renters or people with housing barriers, such as previous evictions or low credit. Lease to Home is the bridge between residents seeking affordable housing and housing providers. It's vital work in this housing market. We're also looking out for people who have no place to live, especially during the coldest months of the year. Help is here. Just last week, we opened a new 150-bed drop-in shelter in downtown Raleigh. The Bryant Center will stay open 7 nights a week, no matter the temperature, through March. This is a game changer, and it was made possible by funding from Wake County and the City of Raleigh. We thank Pastor Haywood and the St. John Metropolitan Community Church for operating the new center and staffing it with people who know what it's like to live on the streets. This partnership will get our most vulnerable residents out of the harsh winter weather and onto a path of housing stability. We can't do this work alone, and thankfully we don't have to. 6 municipalities in Wake County have already adopted affordable housing plans, with 2 more in the works. We know that it's a daunting task, which is why my commissioners and I are on an affordable housing listening tour across the county. We're sitting down with local elected officials to hear about each community's needs and to show them the full menu of supports that Wake can offer. While county housing staff have regular conversations with municipal staff about best practices, we want to make sure we're in alignment top to bottom. So far, we've had amazing conversations with leaders in Morrisville, Knightdale, Roseville, and Apex. Thank you for making the time to chat with us. We look forward to the rest of y'all seeing y'all soon. Look at your calendars. We'll see you soon. Collaboration is a pillar of our diversity, equity, and inclusion work as well. And right now we're focused on helping activate the blueprint for dismantling systemic racism with our A Better Wake partners like the Raleigh Chamber and the Triangle DEI Coalition. We're in the process of holding community implementation sessions centered on education equity, criminal justice, economic mobility, and health equity. Attendees discuss how to move the 150 action items listed in the blueprint forward. An environmental scan is underway, Dr. West, to help identify places where work is already happening, gaps where it isn't, and who can help fill them. We're also recruiting for our first minority and woman-owned business enterprise program manager. I see Bridget Wallen clapping. This new position will address the recommendations from the disparity study we completed earlier this year. The role will also help make our business practices more inclusive so we can give business owners of all backgrounds an equitable chance to work in Wake County. As we advance DEI in our community, we recognize that there has been and will continue to be pushback to this work. That won't stop us from making it a priority. All you allies out there, keep speaking up. This is a value proposition. DEI is good for business, but more importantly, it's the right thing to do for our community. Another right thing to do for our community is supporting the health and well-being of our 4,700 employees. We call them affectionately Team Wake. And they are the engine that powers everything that we do. They're dedicated to serving the public, and we appreciate the help they provide to our 1.1 million residents every day. Team Wake is filled with top-notch talent, and we want to keep them here for the long term. One way we're doing that is by focusing on employee wellness. It can be stressful doing important work, overwhelming even. Just ask any elected official in this room. Wake County has a toolbox filled with programs and resources to help. They include on-site health care at our newly renovated Employee Health Center, fitness classes, massage therapy, financial planning, virtual therapy sessions, and skill-building courses like cooking. I want to work for Team Wake. Right? I do. And And that's not even the whole list, y'all. Did I mention that staff also get 2 wellness days a year off of work? We want our employees to proactively take time for wellness so that they aren't forced to spend time tending to illness. And for all those reasons, I'm proud to announce that Wake County has been named the healthiest workplace in the Triangle. We've also been named the 9th healthiest workplace in the nation for 2023. Way to go, Team Wake. A health analytics company called Springbuck evaluates submissions for its 100 Healthiest Workplaces in America contest every year. And once again, Wake is a winner. This is actually our 40th award that the human resource team has earned, which is very impressive. This tradition of excellence speaks to our people-first culture and our drive to help every member of Team Wake reach their personal health and wellness goals. It's also behavior that we want to model for other employers, so that eventually every person working in our community will receive the level of support they deserve to promote good health and well-being. If only I had a magic wand, I'd wave it and make that and lots of other things happen. But I don't have a magic wand yet. So we'll keep moving forward using the practice that we know works best, which is collaboration. My vision for this evening was less about a formal update on Team Wake's achievements and more about celebrating how much good work we've done together. Because as amazing as we all look holding gold scissors at ribbon cuttings, we all know that collaboration isn't always glamorous. It's a lot of phone tag, a lot of difficult calls, literally millions. Like, that's no exaggeration, millions of emails back and forth. Glitchy team calls happening, long meetings, and meetings that you think could have been emails. Collaboration means talking to a lot of people. It's talking to people with different perspectives and different goals, different communication styles, all about different and sometimes really difficult topics. Y'all, I know it's hard to believe, but I'm actually really an introvert. No, like for real, I'm an introvert. And collaboration takes so much energy and a ton of time too. But being a public servant is so worth it. It's so worth it. The work is hard, but we, and I can speak for the we right here on this front row and over there on that front row, we do it because we're passionate about this county and about the people in this county. We want to capitalize on our collective strengths and continue leading the county in the right direction. All that's to say that partnership is not a buzzword that gets thrown around lightly here. In Wake County, it represents the hard work that moves us all forward. I'm incredibly proud of what we've accomplished this year, and I'm grateful for the privilege to do it with all of you. As I look around this room tonight, I see the faces of so many amazing people who've joined forces with me and with this board to turn ideas into tangible realities. And that's how I know that we are better together.
My name is Jacques Gilbert, Mayor of the town of Apex, and one project that required collaboration is the Stone Glen Apartments, 164 units of affordability that provides the best opportunity for members of our community to thrive in the peak of good living.
Hi, I'm Harold Weinbrecht, Mayor of Cary, and I'm thrilled to share that our downtown is coming alive thanks to strong partnerships. This collaborative effort has allowed our downtown park to open on November the 19th. I hope to see you there.
Hey, I'm Fuquay Arena Mayor Blake Massengill, and with our partnership, we built Fire Station number 4.
Hi, I'm Garner Mayor Ken Marshburn, and strong partnerships have enabled the construction of a new public safety station in our town.
Hello, I'm Mayor Sean Mayevsky for the town of Holly Springs. Strong partnerships with Wake County Economic Development have helped us reach our goals of bringing in the world's best biotech companies to Holly Springs, and we're just getting started.
Hi, I'm Knightdale Mayor Jessica Day, and collaboration helped us to build a state-of-the-art, all-inclusive playground for our community this year.
Hi, I'm Town of Morrisville Mayor TJ Cawley. This year, due in part to our thriving partnerships with Wake County and the town of Cary, Morrisville opened its third fire station, allowing us to better serve our community.
Hi, I'm Raleigh Mayor Marianne Baldwin. One thing I am so excited about from a partnership standpoint is what we were able to do with the county and the state to really reinvent the PNC Arena area.
Hi, I am Mayor Ronnie Kern, and strong partnerships have helped us make significant progress in our Main Street project this year.
Hi, I'm Vivian Jones, Mayor of Wake Forest. In October, the town of Wake Forest partnered with several organizations throughout Wake County to present a mental health and wellness fair. It was very successful because we're better together.
Hi, I'm Wendell Mayor Virginia Gray, and strong collaboration helped us start the design of a community center using social equity-focused ARPA funds.
I am Zebulon Mayor Glenn York, and collaboration helped us secure a $500,000 grant for Little River Park in Zebulon.
We're better together.
Testing. There we are. All right. Thank you so much. I reached out to the municipal mayors and asked them to please put this video together for us. We've not had a video with the municipal mayors before, and every single mayor of every single municipality participated, and because we have done amazing work with all 12 municipalities. So thank you all again so much for that. So we're going to take just a few minutes and have this panel discussion. I really wanted to have this panel discussion because I wanted you to hear from some of our community partners about how we are better together. So while I know all of them, I'm not going to introduce all of them. I'm actually going to let each of you introduce yourselves. So if you could, we'll make that the first question so that we can kind of move along a little bit. If you'll tell our guests who you are and share one thing you're excited that you're working on and that you're really excited about. Just one thing. Sheriff Rowe?
Good afternoon. As you are, good evening. Thank you for being here. I'm Willie Rowe, Sheriff of Wake County, and I thank God each day for the opportunity to serve you. I'm a 28-year veteran of the Wake County Sheriff's Office. I was elected sheriff in 2022. I've been in my current position about 11 months now, and at the Sheriff's Office, we are dedicated and committed to serving and protecting. I guess what I'm most proud of, or should I say focus on, is my staff. The fact of improving recruitment, retention, compensation, training, peer support, and the fact to better equip us to serve and to safeguard the people and properties of Wake County and to maintain total wellness.
Thank you. Lindsay?
All right. Well, thank you, Chair Thomas, for having us. I'm very glad I don't have to give a speech tonight, so I appreciate this. I'm Lindsay Mahaffey. I'm the current chair of the Wake County Board of Education. I was elected in 2016, and I represent a lot of the growth over in Western Wake, and very excited to have our board member, Lynn Edmonds, here, and the rest of my board is in Greensboro for our state conference, but always very grateful for the collaboration that we have with the County Commission, who steps in to fill in the gap many, many times when our state funding falls a little short. And if I could pick one thing, I think in the spirit of that collaboration, it is the focus that we have had in partnership with the County Commission on staff retention and recruitment, because if you don't have high quality staff to make lunches, to take care of the mental health of your students with your counselors and your psychologists, to teach in the classroom, to drive a bus, you're not able to care for your children. And so we're very grateful that since the state budget passed, we've been able to increase our local amount to $17 an hour minimum for our staff. And many, many, many thanks to all of our commissioners for supporting that work. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay. Catherine.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Catherine Williams, and I have actually worked with Cooperative Extension in Wake County for 32 years. The last 13 of those I've served as the director in Wake County. And I think many, many things that I'm very proud about, both representing our land-grant universities and the strong partnership that we have with county government and with Wake County in particular. I'm really very proud and grateful for the support of our county commissioners with our food security efforts across the community this year. A $7 million investment in our comprehensive food plan, and I think that it's really important that that plan both addresses economic development in the food space and our local food economy, as well as food access. Food is the foundation of good health, and we really have to expand access across our entire community for everyone.
Thank you, Catherine. Gail?
Good evening. I'm Gail Hayden, and I'm the Executive Director of Wake County Smart Start, where I've served for almost 5 years. And I'd like to thank you, Chair Thomas, for this invitation, and I'm incredibly honored and humbled to be here with these amazing panelists. What we are working on, quite understandably right now, is something that is very sobering challenge that is facing many folks in Wake County, and it's the child care crisis. And while that's sobering, I see folks nodding. So you either know someone, you had an employee who called out because they were pulling up to their child's child care center and their child care center was closed for the day. So it really, it really affects us in a number of ways. And while that is sobering news, I'm proud to say that Wake County Smart Start works in collaboration with many community agencies across the county to address this. So I'll name just a couple that we've done. We provide affordable public pre-K to families in Wake County, both through NC Pre-K for 4-year-olds and Wake 3 School for 3-year-olds, which is funded at this point. It's completely publicly funded by the county. We also raise awareness about the crisis through media interviews and in our newsletters, and we hold conversations about it with policymakers. I see our Congresswoman Deborah Ross representative here. So we've been in conversation with her and her team, and Congressman Wiley Nichols' team as well is here, and we've been in conversation with them. And last year, with the commissioners, we worked to increase the teacher pay for teachers at private sites to match that of Wake County Public Schools. And the reason why we're able to accomplish these things is because we do this together. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go alone, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.
Thank you all so much. So I guess I'll start with Gail. You know, the theme of tonight is Better Together. The theme of my chair year has been Better Together. So if you all would just tell me what you think makes a good partnership.
Okay, well, it's me again. I will say that partnerships and collaborations is at the heart of everything that we do at Wake County Smart Start. We work at the systems level, addressing a range of needs for the young child and their family, from home visiting and parenting education to childcare quality, to healthy living, early literacy, so the list goes on and on, right? Because early childhood is really the foundation for a healthy community. And so we have to do this in partnership with many. So one of the partnerships that I'd like to highlight is with our Wake Pre-K Collaborative. And there are folks on the stage here with me who represent those agencies. So our Wake Pre-K Collaborative helps us to place 1,532 children in NC Pre-K seats across the county annually. We are the county's one-stop application center, so not only are they being placed in NC Pre-K classrooms, but through that application, they can also access Title I services and Head Start services. So we do this in collaboration with Wake County Public Schools, with Telamon Head Start, with Wake County Human Services, and with our very most important private child care providers who are small business owners. And so it takes all of us to be able to do that, along with funding that we receive from the state, from our Smart Start network, and our county commissioners. And then the second I'd like to mention is our soon-to-launch early education apprenticeship program. You heard Chair Thomas mention Wake Works. Well, through our partnership with our commissioners, they mentioned to me Wake Works. We got right on it, reached out to our partners that we already knew at Wake Tech. And here we are a year later, and in the spring, we will be bringing early childhood apprenticeships online so that we can build up the early childhood pipeline. Right now, folks are kind of working on vapors, and there are people who really want to enter the field, but it has been traditionally a low-paying field. So if you can enter the field through a paid apprenticeship, you can learn on the job, and these employers can get to see these folks in action and help them with on-the-job training. We can build a better future for our children and get their parents to work so that we have a thriving economy.
Thank you so much, Gail. So, Catherine, I want to hear what you think makes a successful partnership.
Well, I think that it's really great for all of us to be sitting up here tonight, and I'm thinking about the village. And the last time that I saw Sheriff Rowe and my friend over here, Gail Hayden, together, we were at the Black Farmers Hub on New Bern Avenue. And I bring that up because, you know, it was a weekend, and we all had a lot going on that day, but we had come together in a space of community that brings people together. And I think what builds a good partnership is shared experiences. And you can't get away from the hard work that's involved with rolling up your sleeves and getting out there together. And as I sit here beside Chair Mahaffey tonight, I can't help but reflect on the really hard work that our county and our school system staff did together throughout the pandemic. We rolled up our sleeves. We joined partners with a lot of community folks, including our food banks, as well as many of you in the faith community, some who are out there today now. And we went to work really trying to make sure that our school children were going to be fed when school was not in session. We also do that every summer in the summer food service program that feeds thousands of kids in this community every summer. And I am really, really proud not only of the work that we did during the pandemic, but coming out of that pandemic when Then the leader for our schools, Paul Coe, turned to me and said, Catherine, we can't just go back to the way we were doing this before. You know, we've got to find a way to carry this on. And so I think our partnership with the schools, for instance, has only grown since then. We have new student engagement teams working in 4 of our schools. We also joined forces with Alliance Health, Commissioner Stallings, and really worked hard. They came and helped us distribute food in the neighborhoods, in the communities, and found a way to do a more effective outreach for people who were coming out. We worked also really well with Health and Human Services during that time to get vaccinations and to get education to people. And I think we want to continue building on that. I think, Dr. West, you're the one that always told me only poor people want to collaborate. And I think that, I know you said that before.
Dr. West has a lot of good stuff
I think it sounds familiar. But smart people want to collaborate because none of us can do what we're doing together. And all of our work is so interconnected. I've sat in the room for years and I remember having arguments about, well, is it health? Oh, it's education. Oh, what is the most important thing? But the truth is, just choose something and start working on it together because it is all really so interconnected that our work has to be as well. And I'm proud of the way we do that in Wake County.
Thank you, Catherine. Lindsay.
I think collaboration is really hard to start, but it seemingly comes naturally to the Wake County community. And I know anyone who's been on one of the inner city visits with the Raleigh Chamber of Commerce, I think a lot of times we come back and go, oh, we're doing that really well already. And it's really affirming. And, you know, when I think of collaboration, 3 things spring to mind. And with Catherine here talking about our partnership with Alliance Behavioral Health, if you have a kid that goes into crisis and is at one of our hospitals, you get a call from Alliance Behavioral Health to see how you're doing and helping that kid transition. We even, with parent permission, Alliance is able to see students during the school day so that the parent doesn't have to take time off of work to take them to go get the help that they need, which I think is huge. And we're so grateful for that. Not too long ago, many of us were in a room with Wake Up and Read, and it was incredible to see that partnership in early literacy. You know, from folks on the commission to Gail to, you know, the Post Center and Raleigh Parks and Rec and Wake Med, all of these places. And I know I'm missing people, but if I named them all, I would get the side eye because I'd be out of time. But seeing that work in helping build foundations in early literacy before kids get to school and when kids get to school, and being able to target schools where kids may not have a home library, so that every year there's a book fair of donated books, many of them now new donated books, so that kids can build that. So they get 60 books by the time that they leave 5th grade. And on the other end of the spectrum, our partnerships with Wake Tech, with NC State, with St. Aug's in our early colleges, our leadership academies, and also our CTE programming and Wake Ed partnership to make sure that students feel confident and ready, whether they're going into the workforce, whether they're going to get a 2-year or a 4-year degree, or whether they're going into the military, that they are ready and they feel confident as they go into that next journey once they leave Wake Public Schools.
Thank you, Lindsay. And I'm going to shout out the 4 of you over there from the chamber. When I saw Lindsay talking about economic development and the work that we're doing with the chamber on our inner city visits. And so I saw all of you over there nodding your heads over there, chamber in the corner. Sheriff Rowe, tell me what you think makes a successful partnership.
Well, as Chair Thomas alluded to, I walked into office last year, 200 plus vacancies. And as of November 1, we've hired 128 people. So we're making progress, and we're grateful for that. To me, teamwork really is when people who put service above self and who are not concerned about who gets the credit come together and work for a common goal. That's the recipe for success. And so we value and we're grateful for our federal, state, and local government partnerships. We're grateful for the daily interaction with police, fire, rescue, emergency management, Wake Tech, Wake Med, Wake County Public Schools, as well as our community stakeholders that we work with. We're so grateful for the opportunity to work together, because when we come together and we find the common goals to work on, we're able to assess the community needs and develop best practices to make Wake County a safer and better place.
I absolutely agree with you. I think that as we've done this work of being better together this year, I have found that successful partnerships really do come together with people who have a vested interest in the work that you want to do, right? When we've reached out to nonprofit partners who are really interested in a specific piece of the work that we're doing, we have found that it's been easier to collaborate, the conversations have been a little easier, and people are really excited to do the work. And so I think that all of those things make for successful partnerships. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up, but I have just one more question for you. In just a few words, tell me what each of your organizations need from these folks to partner and for you to move your work forward. Just a few words.
Okay, well, we just need your partnership. You know, I always tell people that if you're not at the table, you're the menu. And I stress to my staff from day one that we're only as effective as our training, our communication, and our relationships. So we're all about coming together. And we need you to help us to address and to end violent crimes, domestic violence, the mental health crisis, teen bullying, suicide, and we need to also deal with speeding and careless and reckless driving.
Thank you, Sheriff Rowe. Chair Mahaffey.
I feel very fortunate to be in this room because there are so many current Wake County public school system partners here, and I'm very, very thankful for that. So I'm going to say continue that partnership, keep calling out, keep reaching to us to see how you can help or how we can help, and lifting up our public school system, because it is still the largest system that educates our children in this county, and we are the largest public school system in the state. And I would be remiss if I just didn't take a moment to say thank you for the current collaboration across the board, and please just continue that work and keep lifting up our public school system.
Thank you, Lindsay. Catherine?
I'm going to say two things. The first is buy local. We don't want to, we spoke earlier about preserving our farmland. We don't want to lose the capacity to grow our own food. So start as a consumer with buying local. And secondly, reach out to us. We also want to partner. Food is a great way to bring people together. And it's a great way to build community. So we look forward to working with everyone to reach our families.
Thank you, Catherine. Gail.
Yes, so what I would add is continue to be a part of the party of the willing and help us grow who is in that circle. I moved here 5 years ago from Baltimore, and I will tell you that I feel like I'm in such a special place. What I see happening here, what I am participating in, is unlike anything else I have known. And I was lifelong resident of Baltimore, and I love Baltimore, but I tell you, I love being here. This is a special place. And each day I encounter more and more people who are a part of this work and want to be a part of this work. So I just encourage you to help growing. I believe in critical mass, right? So if you're in a conversation with someone tomorrow and you don't feel like they're on the team, keep working at them, right? That's how we move this work along. And there was someone I met this evening. I promised him I was not going to remember his name. But in terms of what you can do specifically for early childhood, support our early childhood providers. That's the term we use for them, but they're really small business owners. And they are what helps each of us get to work every day or get our employees to work every day. What this gentleman did, please raise your hand if you're still here. Do I see a hand? Right there he is, over there. Thank you. What he did was he said that there was one of our small business owners who approached him. She had a vision. She was coming out of a 2-room house, and she wanted to have a center. She said, but I'm struggling to find anyone who will give me space. He's a landlord. She said, my credit isn't the best. I need someone who will work with me. And he did that. And so here we are 2 decades later, and she has been serving children in our NC pre-K classrooms. She serves about 36 children annually. So multiply that times 20 years, right? That's almost 1,000 children that she has touched just in our NC pre-K classrooms. That's not all of the classrooms she has. And that's because he leaned in and said, I want to be a part of helping our community get this work done. So I just invite you to continue to be a part of it and invite others into the circle.
Thank you, Gail. And for me, I guess, to say what I would like as we talk about being better together and we talk about partnership and collaboration, and I'm going to shout them out because I love them and they're in the room, but my pastors are here. And one of the things that my pastors always say is talk to someone, introduce yourself to someone, right? We always talk about inviting 3 people to do anything else that we're doing, whether it's a church on Sunday or an event that we're having. And so it's like meet somebody new in the room. And that's one of the things that I would encourage us all to do. This is a room full of folks that live right here in Wake County, that are in this state, that are doing great work, that are interested in what we're doing. That's why they came here tonight. And so meet somebody new in this room that you don't know and talk to them, and you'll find that person, or you'll find someone who could be interested in the work that you're trying to do, another connection for you, another networking opportunity point for you to really collaborate with and build a new partnership with that you may not have had before. So meet 3 people. I want to say thank you so much to my panel. One of the reasons that I chose this panel, one is Chair Mahaffey, and the school board chair is always a part of our panel because we love our school board. Not that we love any of you less, we just love them a lot. So they're always a part. Wake County Public Schools is a huge part of what we do in this county. And our educational partners from 3 School 2 are Wake Tech friends. But Sheriff Rowe, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I don't want to single you out from the panel, but we've never had the sheriff as part of this panel and as part of this conversation. But none of the work that we do in this community, from economic development to affordable housing to the work we do in our municipalities, our colleges and community colleges, none of that happens and continues to happen without a safe community. And so we want to make sure that as we talk about being better together and we talk about partnership, that law enforcement and the sheriff's office is included in that conversation, and that's one of the reasons we invited him here tonight. So panelists, if you would just join me right over here in the corner. I think, Danya, will you come up and help me close it out for the night?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, let's give our panel a round of applause. Give it up. Come on.
If you all would move that way, just to the corner, just you know.
Do y'all mind if I close out with another joke?
Oh, help, 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 somebody help. Gail said she minds. We mind. Sorry. Go ahead.
First of all, I'm gonna call out all the people that sent me a text telling me to don't quit my day job. You're not funnier than Dave Chappelle. All right, last one. How do you follow Will Smith in the snow?
Oh, no.
You follow his Fresh Prince.
Well, on that note,
You know that was funny.
again, I told y'all I voluntold him for this. It's my fault, my bad. Don't leave.
I'm not leaving.
Okay, so I'd like to recognize just a few folks before we go. Big thank you to my fellow commissioners. Please stand one more time. These are my colleagues, y'all, and we do such amazing work together, and I'm so grateful for them. Thank you to my panelists again who took time out of their packed schedules to prepare for tonight. Jeff Merritt and Philip Isley and the Centennial Authority, thank you so much for helping us host in a fantastic space tonight. All of Team Wake, for all of the amazing work that you do to help ensure that the updates we shared tonight were the most up-to-date updates as possible. And thank you to my family for all of your support during one of the most hectic years of my entire life. My son Eli is here. And of course, my husband Raymond, my #1 hype man. Oh my goodness. My goodness. All right. Danya, you got anything else?
Well, I was going to say,
What are you going to say?
that just to let you know before we close out, we have some wonderful cookies for you out back. So bring your big purse, fill it up, and so just make sure you grab some goodies on your way out.
Well, cookies aren't the only treat we have for everyone. I've arranged for a special guest for us tonight. I mean, we had Danya and his dad jokes, but we have another special guest. Dr. Dillard, will you please stand up? And the rest of you, please get on your feet as we welcome the Shaw University Drumline. They're going out. Y'all, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much to Shaw. What you guys don't know is that the Shaw University students, their semester is over. And in the spirit of true partnership, they stayed around to perform for you all tonight. That's what partners do. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. High five somebody on the way out and meet somebody new. Thank you so much for coming.